Good morning, students. Welcome all of you for to today's accountancy class. Today we are continuing with the chapter change in profit sharing ratio, and the topic is accounting for evaluation of assets and liabilities. Okay, so whatever we discussed till yesterday, I think you remember everything. This is reconstitution. You remember first important thing is that change in profit sharing ratio is the situation of reconstitution, and in each case of reconstitution we have to value the goodwill and you have to pass journal entry for that goodwill. So here we did in sacrifice or gaining ratio, then distribution of accumulated profits and losses. So if they do not want to distribute, that also to be divided in sacrifice or gain. If they want to distribute, it can be divided in the old ratio. Okay, and now again today we are continuing with the other topics that is also very important. Actually, this revaluation of assets and liabilities is there in the next chapter, admission, then retirement, death. All through these chapters you can see this revaluation account, and the same rule or principle you have to follow there also. Okay, so if you study in this chapter, that will be beneficial for other chapters also. Okay, so today we will do what are the accounting treatments we have to do in the revaluation of assets and liabilities. Okay, so first to see the meaning. So assets and liabilities of a firm must also be revalued at the time of change in profit sharing ratio of existing partners. So whenever there is a reconstitution, that is, this chapter is changing profit sharing ratio. So when change in profit sharing ratio is there, that time also assets and liabilities of a firm also what we have to do to be revalued. So where assets and liabilities will appear, in the balance sheet. So already balance sheet is there previous years. The financial year end we prepared a balance sheet and kept, so that balance sheet items to be revalued. Not all the items, the assets and liabilities, reserves and all, we already study reserves, goodwill, etc. We will be distributed among the partners in the capital accounts, but other assets, current assets, fixed assets, other outsiders liabilities will be there, that decrease or increase, that is called a revaluation. Okay, so any profit from the increase or decrease in the value of assets and liabilities is belong to the period prior to the change in the ratio, and it will be distributed in profit sharing ratio. So you see, suppose today is 31st March, tomorrow onwards the partners decided to change the profit sharing ratio. So today whatever the balance sheet appearing, whatever assets and liabilities appearing in the balance sheet, that assets and liabilities value also may have a change in the value, in the market value. So suppose there may be a increase in the value of asset or decrease in the value of asset, or increase in the value of liabilities and decrease in the value of liabilities. These four possible cases can be there. So due to this increase or decrease, some profits or sometimes loss also can be there in the business. So before the ratio change, so tomorrow is April 1st, means today, till today whatever changes happening, that the existing partners will share in their old ratio or sacrifice or gain. For that also cases will discuss. Okay, so in both ratio we can apply here, like a goodwill and profits, this revaluation profit also either they can divide in sacrifice or gaining ratio, or they can divide in old ratio, that according to the cases. Okay, so here also we will discuss two cases. Understood, no? So revaluation account means it is revaluation account is prepared to record the increase, just increase or decrease. If no increase, no decrease, we will not write here. Increase and decrease in the value of assets and liabilities will be recorded in this account. Okay, now revaluation account, revaluation, if assets and liabilities can be given, not if, revaluation of assets and liabilities can be given effect in two different ways. Okay, so here also, like accumulated profits and reserves, how we discussed, here also we can do it in two different ways. when revised values are to be recorded in the assets. The question is if the partners decided to record the revised value. Revised value means the new value. Suppose balance sheet, one example I tell you, balance sheet, plant and machinery appearing 10 lakhs. But when they revalue, the plant and machinery value is 15 lakhs. So whether to, in the new balance sheet, whether to go with the 10 lakh or with the 15 lakh. If they are decided to record the 15 lakhs, then they are showing which value, revised value. That case is called what? When revised values are to be recorded in the assets. This first case. So revised value means the new value of the assets they want to record. Then what we have to do, or how we have to do? If suppose they are decided to record the 10 lakhs, the old value itself, then that case is called when revised values are not to be recorded in the books. Revised value is what? New value is 15 lakhs, but the partners decided to go with their old balance sheet. Like the reserve I told you, when general reserves are not to be distributed. So not to be distributed means that general reserve will appear in the new balance sheet also. Understood? So how they divided it? In the ratio of sacrifice or gain. Okay. So that is the case we have to do here. Okay. Okay. Understood, no? So these are the two cases we are going to discuss. Okay. So first case we'll see when revised values are to be recorded in the books. Okay. So when revised values are to be recorded in the books means they want to record the revised values. Okay, that is the first case when revised values are to be recorded in the books. Okay, now in this case a separate account called revaluation account is prepared to record the increase or decrease in the value of assets and liabilities. So a separate account that already I told you which account we prepare, revaluation account. So that account is called what? Revaluation account. There we write the increase or decrease in the value of assets and liabilities. So this account is which account? We have rules: nominal account, real account, personal account. So this account is of nominal account nature, just like a profit and loss account. This account also nominal account in nature. Okay. Then this is also known as profit and loss adjustment account. So this account is otherwise known as what? Profit and loss adjustment account or profit and loss suspense account also will say. Adjustment account I didn't write here, but adjustment account also a name. Profit and loss suspense account also will say. Okay. Mm, okay. Sorry, one correction. This is not a suspense. What I told you that only correct. But profit and loss adjustment account. Okay. The first chapter suspense account is there. That's why by mistake it came. So it is profit and loss adjustment account, not a suspense account. Okay. Now we'll go. Journal entries. So journal entries in revaluation account we'll see. So I told you four cases only there. Then what we have to do? Distribute the profit or loss. So either there can be decrease in the value of asset, increase in the value of asset, decrease in the value of liabilities, increase in the value of liability. These possible four cases. So first case is what? For decrease in the value of, okay, for decrease in the value of assets. So for decrease in the value of asset, revaluation account debtor to assets. मतलब the revaluation account we will debit it, okay, on the debit side. For increase in the value of asset, so asset account debtor to revaluation, just opposite. It will go to the credit side of revaluation account. Understood? No? This is going to the debit side of revaluation account. What we are preparing is the revaluation account. So asset will go to the debit side if the value is increasing. And remember, most important thing, the revised value will be there in the adjustment and the balance sheet value will be in the balance sheet. Okay, so you have to compare the balance sheet and the revised value after the, which is given after the balance sheet. Okay, suppose for example the previous question case I told you, land and building in the balance sheet it is 10 lakh and the new value in the adjustment it is given land and building valued at rupees 15 lakh. So how much is the increase? 5 lakhs increase. So that 5 lakhs you have to write. Understood? Don't write 15 lakhs. So only the decrease means the difference value, difference in the value of assets or liabilities that you have to write. That's why we are saying decrease or increase. Don't write the correct value. Only the decrease or increase, the difference you have to write. Okay. Now for increase in the value of liability, if liability value increase, of course it is loss for the business, so it will be debited. If liability value decrease, it will be credited. Understood? No? So you can imagine also, if asset value increase, good or bad, it is of course good for the business. If asset value increase, so it is profit, so all profit will be credited, because nominal account rule is that only. Debit all expense and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So increase in asset means profit for the business, that's why credited. But decrease in the value of asset is loss for the business, it is debited. Okay. But liability, now increase in the value of liability is loss for the business, so it will be debited. But decrease in the value of liability, any liability reduced, suppose we have to pay somebody 10,000, now it is reduced to that person told us, okay, you give us only 8,000, so 2,000 discount we got, that 2,000 rupees profit for us, so where we can write on the credit side. Understood? No? That's why debit credit is coming. Understood? So logically also you can think and write. Okay. Now journal entry, two more journal entries that depends on the profit or loss of the revaluation account, it will come. If it is profit, where it will come, revaluation account debtor to partners capital account, because credit side will be more, we will total it and bring to the debit side, then we minus from the debit side the remaining amount, whatever is coming, that profit we will distribute in the profit sharing ratio. If it is loss, it will go to the credit side, that you know, normal totaling, balancing and distribution of profit. Okay. Okay. Now say for a shortcut, I am like this, you can remember. Debit side revaluation account, debit side dale. Dale means what? Decrease in asset and increase in liabilities, that is called dale. Okay, so dale will be debited and IADL, idle, will be credited. Okay, just you can remember, increase in asset and decrease in liability will be credited. Okay, so this way you can remember. One, if you remember this one, which one? This one, if you remember this Dale, you can write the opposite. DA means decrease in asset, increase in liability. So decrease in asset opposite, increase in asset, increase in liability opposite, decrease in liability. Okay, so either one you remember, the other one you can write. Okay, now we'll discuss a question. Okay, so here a balance sheet is given. Who are the partners? A, B, C are the partners in the ratio 3 is to 2 is to 3 is to 2 is to 1. They are in the ratio 3 is to 2 is to 1. Then balance sheet also given. So what are the items? Capitals given. The reserve fund 18,000 is given. Then creditors 27,000. Employee provident fund is there. So employee provident fund is, you know, it is not the owner's fund, it is of employees. So employees provident fund, it cannot be distributed by the partners, it is the amount of the employees of the firm. So when they when a employee retire, we have to give the make that payment, give that amount to them. Then fixed assets, current assets. Okay, now from balance sheet total, then from April 1st 2017 they decide to share future profits equally. For this purpose the following were agreed upon. Okay, what is the agreement? Now ratio changed, it is equal ratio. So old ratio 3 is to 2 is to 1. Future ratio is equal. Equal means 1 is to 1 is to 1. Okay, now goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 3 lakh. Goodwill is 3 lakh they valued then, or directly given. Okay, no need to value it under any method. Fixed asset will be depreciated by 10%. Yes, fixed asset is there 1,80,000. Now they, when they analyzed, it is noticed that it is decreased by 10%. Understood? So it is decreased by 10%. Then capitals of the partners will be in the proportion to their new profit sharing ratio For this purpose, current account will be opened. Now we have to rearrange their capital also after this adjustment. Okay, so how to do we will see. So first I told you, first what we have to do, we have to distribute all those items which can be distributed. Okay, now goodwill is here. How much? 3 lakh. Goodwill 3 lakh is there. So you remember, no, goodwill how to treat. We are coming step by step. Goodwill already we studied. Goodwill how to do, gaining or sacrificing ratio. Okay, now the case is what, when they, when revised values are to be recorded in the books, they want to show the revised values only. Okay, they don't want to show the old value. The whatever changes happening, suppose here fixed asset depreciation happen, so that depreciated value after depreciation, how much value is there in the fixed asset, that only we want to show. So when they want to distribute, or when they want to show the revised values, we have to do it with old ratio. But already I told you, goodwill always you have to do with sacrifice or gain only. So here we have to calculate what, sacrifice or gaining ratio. First we have to calculate. Okay, then see here, balance sheet, first you analyze what are the things we need and we have to divide among the partners. Now in the liability side, reserve fund is there. Reserve fund, in which ratio we have to divide? Old ratio, because revised values they are not taking. Okay, so otherwise they are not mentioning anything about reserve fund, means they don't want to distribute, they want to distribute it. So 18,000 is there. Okay, employee provident fund, as it will appear in the new balance sheet, no change in that. Okay, only one item is there, accumulated profits and reserve, only one reserve fund. Then goodwill is there. Okay, now first what to do, actually here journal entry I have given. So before that, we'll calculate the sacrifice or gain. Okay, so here old ratio, here I'll show you, old ratio of A and ABC is 3 is to 2 is to 1. Okay, new ratio is equal ratio, so 1 is to 1 is to 1. Now sacrifice or gain will calculate. So sacrificing ratio equation, if we apply, sacrificing ratio is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. Okay, now for A, we'll calculate sacrifice or gain. So A is equal to, old ratio is 3 by 6 minus 1 by 3. Okay, so 6 we can take LCM. So 6 3 minus 2. Okay, so it will come 1 by 6. This is sacrifice only, positive is coming. Now for B, it is 2 by 6. See 2, this one 2 by 6 minus this one 1 by 3. So here also 6 LCM, 6 by 6 1, 2 minus 6 by 3 2, 2 minus 2 into 1 2. So 2 minus 2, 0 is coming. Okay, you remember the first class I told you, if it is coming 0, then no sacrifice, no gain. Okay, for C, how it will come, 1 by 6 minus 1 by 3. So it will be coming 6 1 minus 2. So it is coming 1 by 6 minus 1 minus 2. So minus 1 will come. That means this is gain. Okay, I hope you understood. So this way we have to calculate the sacrifice or gain. So who is sacrificing? A, here A sacrifice, A is equal to sacrifice 1 by 6. C's sacrifice is 1 by 6. So C is gain. This is gain. This is sacrifice. Understood? And B 0 means no gain, no sacrifice. So here B will not do anything. Now who will give? C. A. C will give it to A. That always you remember. So gaining partner should be debited. Gaining partner we have to debit. Okay. Okay. Now We'll go to the journal entry and see. So first what to do, value of goodwill. Okay, value of goodwill is given in the question. How much it is? 3 lakh is the goodwill. Now goodwill we have to divide in sacrifice or gaining ratio. So who is gaining? C is gaining 1 by 6 and A sacrifice. So C will give it to A. So C is account debtor to A's capital 50,000 rupees they adjust. Understood? Now reserve fund is there in the balance sheet. How much? 18,000. So that 18,000 will divide in old ratio. Understood? Because revised values we are not showing, or they don't want to distribute, or they want to distribute like that, nothing is mentioned. So reserve fund in old ratio. So old ratio 18,000 you divide in old ratio 3 is to 2 is to 1, then that over. Then now come to revaluation. So revaluation, only one item revalued, that is fixed asset. They are saying 10% depreciation. So what is the value of fixed asset in balance sheet? 1,80,000. So decrease or depreciation is 10%. So 1,80,000, 10 percentage is 18,000. So you know journal entry I told you, when decrease in the value of asset, depreciation means what? Decrease. So decrease in the value of asset means where it will go? To the debit side of revaluation account. So what we write? Revaluation account debtor to fixed assets. Understood? That is what here. Revaluation account debtor to fixed assets. 10 percentage of 1,80,000 is 18,000, 18,000. Okay, that also visible here. This one. Okay. Now only one item is there in the revaluation journal entry. So if you prepare revaluation account, only one side, debit side is there. If you want, I'll show you. Okay, we'll make a revaluation account. So revaluation account, if you make, so debit side, credit side. Okay. Okay, I'm not writing the heading and all. Now what happened? Only one item, revaluation account debtor to fixed assets. So what you have to write? Fixed assets you have to write here. Debit side, devaluation account debtor to fixed asset. That is the journal entry. So how much? 18,000. Okay. No other items for revaluation journal entry. So what will do usually? 18,000. Debit side total is more, so we'll bring here 18,000. Then this 18,000 will divide between A, B, C in their old profit sharing ratio. Okay, so 3 is to 2 is to 1 will come. So A, B, C, if you divide, it will be coming 9,000, 6,000 and 3,000. Understood? So 18,000 divided. So what is the journal entry for this? A's capital account debtor, B's capital account debtor, C's capital account debtor to revaluation. Understood? So for that also we'll pass journal entry. That is the journal entry passed here. See here, A's capital debtor, B's capital debtor, C's capital to revaluation. Okay. Now capital adjustment we have to do. Okay. Third, see in the question. So this goodwill treatment over, fixed asset depreciation over. So fixed asset we pass the journal entry and the loss also shared. So these two things over. Okay. Now capitals of partners will be in proportion to their new profit sharing ratio. Okay. So what is the capital of the partners here? Old capital. Matlab what is appearing in the balance sheet? 50,000, 40,000, 30,000. Okay, for A, B, C, A, B and C. Now, how much will be their new capital? That we have to calculate. So, first what we have to do, we have to calculate the total capital of the firm after doing all this adjustment. Now, in this answer you can see we passed this one, no, capital account here, credit here, capital account debit and credit is coming here, also debit credit is coming. So for each partner actually what we have to do, it is better if we prepare capital account, it will be easy. Okay, so one work I am giving you, what you have to do is prepare what? Capital account. As usual, first chapter how we studied capital account, that way you prepare. Okay, so I can simply explain here, but you prepare a capital account. Okay, so adjusted balance of capital account for A, his old capital is how much? 50,000, and he is getting 50,000 goodwill from C. That also will add. Okay, if you prepare capital account, no, it will come correctly, that final capital. 50,000 is the old capital. This 50,000, understood, no? He is getting goodwill portion. He is getting from C. So 50,000 add. He is getting, no? We'll add it. Then he is getting anything? Yes, he is getting reserve fund 9,000. That also added with his capital. So then loss he suffered due to revaluation loss, how much? 9,000 is there. So minus 9,000. Understood? Okay. Now A's new capital will be 1 lakh only. 50 plus 50, 1 lakh. 1 lakh plus 9, 1 lakh 9, minus 9 plus minus 9,000, 1 lakh only. Understood? No? This is about A. So A's capital, A's new capital is 1 lakh. Okay. Now B. Same way B. So question you check, you can understand. B's capital is, B's old capital is 40,000. This is the capital appearing in the balance sheet. Okay. Now in the journal entry, B is getting anything? Yes, he is getting, he is not getting goodwill. Goodwill only between C and A. Okay. Now reserve fund he is getting how much? 6,000. So we will add 6,000 to his capital. Then he also suffered a loss of revaluation 6,000. So this also plus, and this plus, this minus 6,000. Okay. So how much will come? Minus plus cancel. His capital is 40,000 only now also. Means after the change in profit share ratio, means due to the change in, not after, due to the change in profit share ratio, B's capital is 40,000. Understood? Now for C will calculate the new capital. C, actually his capital in the balance sheet is 30,000. Okay. Better now you write notebook, in write the question in your notebook, then you come to this part so that you can see the question also. So 30,000. Then for C has given 50,000 to A. So C's account is debited with 50,000. So goodwill, no? Goodwill C is giving to A. So from C we have to minus it. So minus it is here. Then he is getting reserve S plus, here plus 3,000. 3,000 he is getting reserve fund, and loss he is getting 3,000 minus. Okay, so this will be, I think minus figure is more, so it will come 20,000 minus for him. Okay, so C will be coming 20,000. Okay, so 30,000 minus 50 itself what? Minus 20 ho gaya. Then these 3 and 3 cancel, so minus 20 is his answer. So we'll put in bracket. So he is having deficiency in his capital account. Understood? No? Okay. Now what is the total capital? Now we'll see. A plus B plus C. You remember it is A plus B plus C. So A's capital how much we calculated? 1 lakh. B's capital we calculated 40,000. Okay. Then C's capital is 20,000 loss. Loss means deficiency. So final effect will be how much? 1 lakh 40 minus 20. 1 lakh 20,000 is the adjusted capital. So this is called what? Adjusted capital. Now they decided that their capital will be in the ratio of new ratio, that is equal ratio. Now what to do? This 1,20,000 you have to divide in equal ratio. So 1,20,000 is the new capital into new ratio is 1 is to 1 is to 1. So all will be having same amount. So 4 4 3s are total, so 40,000. So A's new capital is 40,000. B's new capital is 40,000. C's new capital is 40,000. Understood? Okay. Okay, now I'll tell you another thing. Now, adjusted capital we write A, B, C. Three partners are there. Adjusted capital, once again, this is adjusted capital, this is new capital I am writing. So for A adjusted capital we calculated after plus minus 1 lakh is the adjusted capital. But his new capital is how much? 40,000. Understood? That means new capital needed is 40,000, but he is having how much at present? Actual capital 1 lakh. So he has to maintain 40,000 only. That means what? He can withdraw 60,000. So 60,000 A will be withdrawing. Okay, means he can put it in his debit side of capital account to cash. What will come? So they said in question through current account. So what will write? A's capital account added to A's current account. Okay. Now for B, adjusted capital is 40,000 and the new capital also 40,000. So for B, no need to bring any capital additional amount, no need to withdraw any amount, same amount only. Understood? No? For A, actually he is having 1 lakh, but his new capital is 40,000. So he is maintaining extra amount. So he can withdraw 60,000 extra. Now for C, his he is already having shortage 20,000. But he has to bring how much? 40,000 he has to maintain. So loss also he has to cover 20 and 40,000 he has to maintain also. Then total how much he has to bring? 60,000 he has to bring. Understood? Because this is loss. Clear, no? Okay. Now for that only journal entry we passed here. See here. These journal entries. This one. A's capital to A's current account. Understood, no? 60,000 because A is withdrawing that amount. Now B, no need to do anything. B, the adjusted capital and the new capital is same. So no need of journal entry. For C, C has to bring. So C's current account will be credited in his capital account. So C's current account added to C's capital 60,000, 60,000. Okay. So maximum possible way I am explaining. I hope you understood. Okay. So these are the things when revised values are not to be when revised values are to be recorded in the balance sheet. Okay. Okay, so this much only for today. I hope you understood. So please remember those things. Revaluation account, how to prepare. So here in this question only one item came. So whenever more items are there in the adjustment, you have to see that. Okay, if no adjustment is there regarding any asset, no need to do anything. Whenever there is a decrease or increase, you have to prepare revaluation account and distribute that profit also among the partners. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Take care.